Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a brand new, at least it doesn't appear as though it has ever been used, Barlow B8 advertising lighter for Arthur Brothers Inc. It is engraved on the front. There is no fill in the engraving, no paint or anything like that. So it doesn't stand out very boldly. This is a really nice lighter. It does show scuffs, scratches, maybe some small dings. Still seems to retain all of its plating, though there may be some blemishes to it. When I first encountered this lighter, I thought that the flint tube was clogged by degraded flint. But as you will see, when we remove the flint spring screw, which does not want to hang on to the spring itself, that when it is removed, trying to get some light or something light colored behind where the top of that tube meets the file wheel, so that you can see that spring making contact with the wheel. If we take a 3/32 drill bit and place it in the tube, and it will go all the way and will keep us from turning the file wheel. You can feel the pressure on the drill bit, even if you cannot see it all that well. I can't see it with my naked eye. Hopefully that shows up. Yeah, you can just barely see it there with that white background behind it. But this happens from time to time when you get a lighter like this, that the file wheel will be stiff. So it feels as though there's some pressure on it, but that's just a product or a byproduct of the pressure that the rivet is placing on it. Either that or these two metal ears, how it's all drawn together. Either way, the file wheel is spinning freely and the tube is not obstructed with old degraded flint. If we pry up our felt pad here, you'll see the untouched, maybe a little bit yellowed wadding with the wick there. And we can also place a flint in the tube, and you can see that although it has never been struck, the tube is clear, and then if we can get everything pushed down in there and threaded, then obviously the lighter should work exactly as it is intended. I tried the other day when I first found it to get the spring to accept the little pointed end of the flint spring screw It did not want to do it, but it looks like maybe now it's holding it well enough that we can get that all threaded down in there. So typically when you're tightening one of these up, if you can do it by hand, that's going to be the best way to do it. Way you don't over tighten it, cross your threads or anything like that. So we do have a flint installed there and pressure on the wheel now, just to show you that with the flint added and of course fuel saturating the wadding, this lighter will work as it was intended. This is what you would call an unused, some people say unstruck. Definitely not a mint lighter, but it is in very good condition. Those caveats that we have noted already. The scuffs, scratches, dings, very small dings maybe, if there are any. It has been slid a time or two out of the case, so you may have that kind of wear, maybe some minor blemishes to the plating, although I don't think there is any actual plating loss. Without the insert in there, the lid sits a little bit catty corner, a little bit crooked. And the insert is actually marked, although I can't see well enough with my eyes to read that. I don't know if that's marked B8 as the bottom of the case was. Barlow windproof, registered, design, B8 Japan. That's pretty common among these Japanese-made lighters, that they don't have a lot of markings on them, but will usually either be marked Japan or some small notation as you see down here on the corner. Get that slid back into the case. I'm not sure where Arthur Brothers Inc. was located. And you can see that with the insert installed, the lid fits much more flushly, front and back. No apparent overbite or underbite. Everything seems to fit just right. So this is a lighter that if you purchase, you should be able to put fluid and flint in it and it function properly right off the bat. Or if you like to keep your lighters in new condition, unused, unstruck, whatever you call them, then it will display in your collection very nicely. Just for comparison, you can see it is a good deal smaller than a full-size Zippo. And a little bit shorter, I think, maybe, and a little bit fatter than a Zippo Slim. A nice, clean advertising lighter that you can purchase from our eBay store. Until next time.